No countdown. Hello, hello. Let me get myself situated. Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon. We are here. We are finally here. The blind truth is here. Y'all see my background? I want to. A little nervous. It's the first time I went live on YouTube, so I want to thank my daughter, Justice Fletcher. She done set me up. We getting there. We getting there. We getting there. I'm excited. We getting there. The blind truth have been created. You know, with the God to get your mind right has been created. So I want to test this. It might have some mess up, might have some mishaps, but we're gonna fight through it. We're gonna fight through it. So this is my first time going live on YouTube. First time. I want to make sure my mic is on. I guess it is on. So anyway, let's get it started right. We get all praise to the Most High, for blessing us to be, do, and have. Be fruitful, do, multiply, have dominion. I start everything off with that because all praises to Him. Be, do, have. That's what I live on. Be, do, have. Be better than you were yesterday so you can do more and you can have more. You know what I'm saying? Be and do and have. So I believe what we have in my community, period, is a belief problem. You can believe. You got to believe. Anything you want to do, you got to believe and move forward. So that's it. So we're going to start the show off today. This show is brought to you by World Premier Word on the Streets. World Premier Word on the Streets. With three brothers, we get together. We come on every Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. 7:30 Central Standard Time. And we do personal development. Personal development for the soul. That's what it's called. But it's called World Premier Word on the Streets. And we just come on, three brothers, and talk about some of the things we did right and some of the things we did wrong and some of the things that we learned. So we just try to help you so you don't step on a landmine. Don't go that way. Prevent you from stepping on landmines that we just stepped on. So let me bring it on. Let's see and get it started. Get it started. Oh, find his mouth.
Greetings and welcome to the world premiere Word on the Streets. We're live every Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. Don't miss out. After a week full of noise, constant confusion, and distraction, this is the show that cuts through the clutter. It's the hour of the week where real talk meets real truth. We bring conversations that challenge the status quo and stir something deeper in the soul. This isn't just commentary, it's clarity, purpose, and elevation. When you tune in, you're not just watching, you're waking up. A place where common sense still matters and lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, this is the world premiere Word on the Streets. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Put your hearts and hands together for the man who discovered his purpose and lives it loud, Larry Extraordinaire Moulton. And Mr. Gotta Get Your Mind Right and Open Your Eyes to the Blind Truth, the motivator himself, the amazing Keith Fletcher. And the man who brings clarity to chaos with the voice of reason you can't ignore, the one and only Mr. Vincent Craig. Make no mistake, there is no word without our host. Welcome to the movement. Welcome to the message. Welcome to the world premiere, Word on the Streets.
World Premier Word on the Streets every Thursday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. Every Thursday Central Standard Time on YouTube. And hey, that's what we do. Me Extraordinaire and Vincent Craig, man. Three brothers coming together. So, all right, let me tell you a little bit about myself before we get the show started. I'm legally blind. I can't see. My daughters come in and set everything up for me. I survived cancer. I'm a father of 5. And the reason that I decided to get on YouTube or Facebook, I've been on Facebook for a while, YouTube, I just added to it. I never did a live. I don't think I did. See, I'm with my hand. I'm nervous, but I'm also on TikTok. But the reason that I decided to get on social media and do these things, because I started seeing the way it's going, and I want to be a part of teaching my kids the right way. I really see that the school is not teaching them, and then that school job to teach them everything. But they start going to social media, and I'm starting seeing social media. A lot of people on social media got trauma. I got trauma, but at least I get my trauma to mine. You know what I'm saying? So as I start growing and start educating myself on certain things, I start saying I need to show this to my children, because a lot of this stuff people get on here faking and telling lies and trying to get over. And I said, hey, I can't talk about what they doing if I'm not doing my part. So my part is I don't want my children to walk out the door like I did. I don't want your children to walk out the door like I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the younger people. I'm aunt, elder, big bro, whatever you want to call me. That's who I am, to give my part. I'm 57 years old. I've seen some things. I've been in the military. I've been in college. I've been, I did some things. I've been some bad places, some good places. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I want to do my part. I did some good things in my lifetime too. But I could have did a lot of things better. I could have done a lot of things a lot better. A lot of things that I didn't know that I know now. And I talk to people a lot. I talk to the young people, and they still don't know. Their parents don't know. Some of the young people here, your parents don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I spend a lot of time getting to know things, and I want to pass it on. I want to do some good in the world and do my part. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And along the way, oh yeah, I want to make some money. But I love finances. I learned that I started, like I said, I can't read. I can't see, so I never used to read books, and I had to do audio. And I started doing that audio, and I just started educating myself, man. You know, the middle side say my people perish for lack of knowledge, and that's what my problem was. I was getting myself in a lot of trouble because I had no knowledge, I had no understanding. You know what I'm saying? So now that I do it, I want to do my part, and I done help people. And you know what I'm saying? I just do things a different way. I'm very upfront. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for all that mushy stuff, man. Let's get to the business. Let's get to the money. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Let's get to the numbers, and let's just start some problems. I've solved problems. I was in the military. I get up in the morning, hey, what's the problem? Let's solve it. Superman effect. That's why I tell my boys. I got 3 boys. You know what I'm saying? 2 girls, and I raise other people's kids. So I'm a solutionist. So let's get all the feelings and emotions out the way sometimes. And it's good to have it, but it's time where you need to get out the way and handle your business. A lot of people are not handling their business. You know what I'm saying? It's all about the business and getting to the money. So that's what it is about it. This is my show. My show is we're going to do spiritual health, physical health, mental health, and financial. 4 pillars: spiritual, physical, mental, and financial. To get through, you got to go through the spiritual to get through all those other things. You know what I'm saying? But the easiest one is the financial. And all that is educating yourself. And I know we're distracted. We are very distracted. Time is moving fast. We don't understand money. We haven't been taught economics. And a lot of people are learning when we haven't taught how to invest. We haven't been taught how to, love ourselves and believe in ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Take a chance on ourselves. And I've been there. So I'm here to tell you that you can do it. No matter how old you are, you can. You know what I'm saying? I done failed plenty of times. I done lost everything, been divorced, and came out of nothing, lost again, and then came right back again, And I'm still learning. I'm still building. I don't have that more than most, and I don't have more than less. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say I'm getting there. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that I learned, I want to pass it on to you. So this show, that's it. That's it. That's a little bit about me. But I'm enjoying my background and my daughter fix, the blind truth. I got my logo. We moving forward, man. We're gonna get a little website, and man, I'm excited. I'm excited about the journey, man. Like I said, I'm learning patience, and I get to teach my kids. I get to work with my kids and teach them something, man. We got a nice little setup, and they learning while we learning. We learn, chat GBT. We learning how to do things. We learn how to market. So there's a lot of stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm excited that I can give my kids, invest, and I can give them the information, before, you just told, do as I say, not as I do. Now it's not that. As you see, you hear, and you touch. They see you, they hear you, they touch. It's important, man. So how you walk, how you act, they watch. And you think they don't see, they see it. And they take on all our bad things that you think, well, I don't know what's wrong with the kids. You the problem. We the problem. And then when we want the government and everybody to solve our problem, well, you got to solve your own problem. It starts at home. You get that? Now you got to start your own problem. You got to solve your own problem. So that would happen with me. I want to solve my own problem. I want to be the one. I tell my kids, I holler a lot. Like, Daddy, why you got that? I want my voice to be louder than anybody. When you about to make that decision, you're going to hit me. These ears going to say, ooh, wait a minute. Let me think about before I do that. Got too much to lose. I tell them all the time, hey, I done did enough wrong for all of y'all. You don't have to do no wrong no more. I did enough wrong that you don't have to do no wrong. We're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So today I'm going to talk about real estate. Do we sell grandma's house or do we keep it? Simple as, do we lose it? Do we let it go? Because a lot of us losing it. But, I was big on don't sell. You know what I'm saying? But the problem is understanding grandma's house, understanding what it takes to get there, understanding what other people did in the past to us to make us realize what grandma had to go through. You know what I'm saying? What they had to learn. And back then, when grandma bought that house, there was some shitey things going on. We still have a problem understanding real estate. In 2025, people still don't know how to buy a home. And they were buying homes, building them all that with pennies. But it's still in 2025. Don't get me wrong, it's high, but people still can't buy a home. And they don't know what reason to buy a home. You know what I'm saying? People saying that, buy to invest. Is it really an investment property? Why are you buying this home? Grandma's house, why grandma's house need to be sold? You know what I'm saying? Why would I say, why grandma's house not fixed up? What is going on with this real estate? Is that the only way I can invest in it? Just buying a hard asset like that? Or can I do it a different way? Because we got a thing called a REIT. And we're going to learn about what a REIT is. You know what I'm saying? A REIT, an investment strategy that you use, and it's still dealing with real estate. There's other ways to skin the cat. So first, I want you to hear this. I heard this, man. This is some old stuff. Let me see if I got it right. Again, I can't see. Let me see if I mess up. Excuse me, but let me let this play for y'all. Hold on 1 second. What's up, TikTok? See that my daughter put it right.
You're charging Negroes more than 20%? There's no way anyone can get out from under that.
If your bank wasn't legally prohibited from lending to Negroes, you do the same.
Within reason.
6%, fellas, huh? Let's get this done. The city will approve any new Southland Trust development in East Compton once all the original owners have sold.
Not a given.
Tell me my fucking business. Chicago, Baltimore, Lansing,
Oakland, Seattle.
Now that was foresight. Move just one black family into a decent white neighborhood, and the other homeowners will throw money at you faster than you can count it.
Negroes aren't stupid. Given a choice, even they don't want to live among other Negroes.
Nothing more American than people willingly paying double for something they can't afford in the first place.
What happens once they realize they have been swindled?
Well, you could always ask Miss Koister if you could borrow a sanitary napkin.
If they make their mortgage payments, we win. If they default, we win.
Oh, you pray they miss their nut, and then you put those houses right back on the market.
At another markup.
And by this time, it's an all-Negro neighborhood.
An entire population of Negroes.
Wow. It's a lot to unpack. You hear that? Did you hear that, Hadi? This is back, I don't know what time era it was back in, I think it was in the 60s, 50s, they were talking about in Compton, but they were saying all over. Look how the bank playing with you, putting you in a building a house, having you buying loans, marking it up. Your grandmother, when they bought their home, that's the time they was in. So they had to pay double, and they paid and bought them homes and fought for them homes. But they blood, sweat, and tears to keep their home, and that's what they had to deal with. That's what they had to deal with back then. And now the houses get to us, in our generations. The houses haven't been kept up. You know, we got grandma that had 10 kids, and then 10 kids. The 10 kids, each I had 3 kids. So it's so many people tied into the house, but nobody have the money to fix the house up. Nobody want to put no money in it. Nobody want to do anything. They just let the grass grow up on it, and the house just stay empty. People that did stay there, they tore it up. They didn't fix no, they didn't put nothing into it. So now, do you keep grandma's house or do you sell it? Knowing which grandma, great-grandma, whoever went through to get that house, fought to get that house. And then when they were buying the house, they was thinking about their grandkids. They were thinking about their kid leaving you something, and then they get to you and you just sell it. That ain't been maintained or nothing. Do you sell it? And are you selling it at the right value? Because you hear what they said about, he said Negroes are dumb. Or you even know what you're selling, that you're selling at the price? Do you know what's coming into your area, the reason to keep it? Why is it worth it? If you get with the family and say, hey, you can't pay for it, give it to me. Then when you try it, because you know what they're going to say, no, I need my piece of it. But nobody want to come put no money in on it. So anyway, I got special guests. Also, we're going to bring the boy by the hood. Two brothers. This what made me talk about this. I was listening to these brothers by the hood. By the hood. I got the link in the description. You're gonna listen to the whole thing. I just got a piece of it. But the question was, should we sell grandma's house, keep it? But the question is, don't lose it. You know what I'm saying? But I found out some information there too about when they were speaking. So let's listen what they got to say, and I'll put my point on it too. So by the hood, you know what I'm saying? These brothers. Don't let me see. Can I find it? That's me. That's it.
Not necessarily have to start your real estate journey with actual bricks and mortar. You could always get a REIT. There's so many other ways to get into real estate these days. It's something worthy to research.
Yeah, but I also do feel like if you are going to do the bricks and the brick journey, because I think that's important too. I think that, and I was having a conversation with a client today, and this client is just looking to buy a place to actually live. And we were just talking about the idea of owning the property, all that comes with it, good, bad, and ugly. And she was telling me, school teacher, she was like, look, I just want to get a house. I just want to pay for it. I don't want to do anything too fancy, but I just want to make sure that by the time I go, I have these bricks for the next generation, right? So I think that's also important. I was looking.
Last part again, she said what?
No, she was saying that she would just wanted to really she didn't want to do anything too fancy. She's not in the option. She's not in anything. She just wants to buy a house, go to work, pay for her house. And when she goes, she knows at least, if nothing else, her daughter will have this property, right?
I got that. Okay.
So my point is, though, the idea of forced saving. And I think that is one of the most powerful things about real estate, because people tend to get online, and when they talk about real estate, whether they're talking about the negatives or positive, because nothing is 100% positive. They don't realize that people always say, well, you can, rent and then do all these things that you can do. Those are true. The math is the math, but reality is also reality. The forced savings that come with property has been beneficial to our communities for years, and we'll continue to do that. What is your problem with someone saying that they just want to save? What's the problem with that?
It's very dangerous, right? It's the same reason why I have a problem when people say, don't sell grandma's house. Sometimes grandma's house should be sold. Here's the reality. Property requires money. Property requires cash. Sometimes, let's use grandma. And Jimmy, I know you see a lot of these. Mm-hmm. Grandma got 10 kids. They live 10 grandkids. They live in the house. They can't put $1,000 together a year to pay for the goddamn real estate tax. They wind up losing the property to real estate tax.
So let me push back a little bit.
Hold on. I'm sure there were other issues at play that we don't know about, but at the end of the day, it's like, dang, what would have happened if grandma might have had some life insurance or a little bit of cash, or the grandkids could have been better stewards. But go ahead, what you pushing back on?
So what I was saying is, and by the way, if you look at the church we sell, it doesn't say don't sell Granny's house. It says don't lose Granny's house, which is a different thing than selling Granny's house. Because I agree, sometimes it's best to sell Granny's house. All depends upon the specific situation, but don't lose Granny's property.
I'm not talking about your shirt.
I know you're not. I'm just saying in general. So I think there's a distinction.
There are shirts out there that says don't sell Granny's house. That's all I'm saying.
I understand that. Ours says don't lose, and it's for a reason. It says don't lose. Because losing the property is different. Sometimes before you lose it, maybe selling it might be the best idea.
Right,
however, all those other things are cool, but what I know is what people should do and what people actually do are a little bit different. I think that all comes down to Granny or whoever is in charge of said property, making sure that their planning is done properly. So I see people that build majority of their wealth in real estate. In fact, we're actually over-indexed in real estate when you look at where actual Black wealth exists. We are over-indexed in real estate.
That's right.
But understanding that is why I think it's important, because of that forced saving. Because some people, because we don't make as much income as other people, now that's also a problem. We need to work on getting our income up. What tends to happen is we take care of the roof over our head. So we end up with the equity in forced savings because we want to make sure we take care of that. So I just think it's a pretty good thing, man.
So while we are over indexed in real estate, We're over-indexed in residential real estate where we live. We are not over-indexed in investment real estate, where you really get the gems, the juice, and everything else that goes along with it.
Understood, but that's why I'm saying that I think still residential real estate I think is important. Like, so the point I was making is I'm okay with the REIT. I tell you, one of my big three is a REIT, right? Well, XLRE, which is ETF REIT, but the fact is, I still think that the physical land is something that, for those of us that are willing to do it, it's not for everybody. But if you're willing to do it, go ahead and do it. Like, go do it, because so much wealth is built there, man. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm working on a deal right now, where I'm buying this property. Just trying to put together a package to buy these properties, right? And the package is about $600 and something thousand for multiple properties. And I'm looking at what the lady paid for it that's selling me this package. Not just me personally, it's the part of the group. She paid $15,000 for all of them.
How long ago?
Now, again, 89.
That's still dope, though. That wasn't that long.
Yeah. But my point is, she's just sitting on this. And by the way, she owns other properties too, by the way. But this is just one part of it. And it's funny, I was just doing the research. I was like, hold up. So you was buying back then when people, black lady too. But and by the way, shout out to Jamil for sending us that video, because he said something in the video that I found interesting. And I know we said we're going to build on it in the village. But a lot of times when you take real estate as a way to kind of get rid of cash, it has a different effect. The problem is, and again, this could just be my timeline, and maybe y'all can let me know. When you watch people online, Instagram or whatever, and they're talking about real estate, they tend to glorify it and talk about how they make $80,000 a month or this $1,000 a month, and they're looking at it from a hustle standpoint and not the building of an actual business.
My man said long term. He said it multiple times. Not
him. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about that's why I said my timeline is nasty with people who are, just to get rich quick stuff that you see in every space. You see it in crypto. You see it in real estate. You see it in the stock market. You see it everywhere.
Correct.
But I think it's a difference when you're building something over the long term, when you're putting all money in, where you're actually investing in your property. You're not trying to be a slumlord. You're trying to provide a quality house for someone to live in, and you're investing back into your building. Those buildings hold value over a long period of time. So hard assets, to Steve's point, have a place with our people. And I think that's, let me stop pontificating and get back to because we, as of right now, Corey done bounced on us. We still ain't talk about the main topic yet.
No, I'm pulling it up right now. All right. But I just want to remind you, it is 8:29 right now, Jimmy.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Corey took me to heart and got out of here.
Yeah, the brother was talking about REITs. We're gonna unpack all this. A lot that was said. We got to unpack all this. A lot was said. What is a REIT? I put it in the description. I put what the definition of REIT is. I'm gonna go to it, but it's basically a investment property. You can do an investment on paper. You know what I'm saying? You're doing real estate as a stock. You get dividends from it. You can go look it up. A REIT, I think it's a real investment trust, but it's dealing with paper. Investing in it, they got ETFs, REITs too. You get dividends. You just like a hard asset, you take the dividends, put it right back into it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm learning. You take the hard or paper assets, you invest in it, and you put it right back, put your money right back into it. But we're going to talk about the hard asset. But the REIT, you're going to look up what the REIT is. You don't have to, people that are saying investment wise, we're talking about planning. First of all, I'm sorry. Slow down. First, we're talking about planning, protection, and investment. That's the series you're on. I did another series. This is my second series on this. I did my first one on YouTube. We're talking about planning, protection, and investing. Planning the situation out. Like your grandma's house, like you said, 10 people, 10 grandkids live in the house, and nobody want to fix the house. That's a reality. I done seen that happen so many times. And what it been happen, no one want to put in the money, and you end up losing the house. Or if you do get the money, you go ahead and sell it for pennies on the dollar. Because the house ain't, nobody want to fix it up, so you just give it to somebody else. The value of the land costs more than the house. But we start looking at the house and don't understand it's especially in the location. But you looking at because the grass and the house grew up and you just sell it for pennies. I personally know people have done that. And what bought them took that little money, and that money ain't last them no time. Family fell out over these little money, but nobody wanted to go cut the grass. Nobody wanted to go seal a window, nobody wanted to put a couple dollars in it together and work together, grow together, build together, create together. That was the problem. There's no reason we have 10 grandkids and the parents and the grandkids together couldn't come together and say, hey, let's not lose this. You know what I'm saying? I have my grandmother's house right now. Me and my family and cousin, we're doing that right now. We just built on it. We just put a roof on it. We're gonna remodel it. You know what I'm saying? We done put our company together. I'm not gonna say that, but we done put our company together, and I'm proud. I'm proud of us saying, hey, we're not gonna let that go. We're not gonna lose that, and we're not gonna get our money back because there's so many people tied into it. My grandmother had 10 kids, I think, and then we ain't talking about her kids had 2 or 3 kids, some 4. So many people tied into that. So, but it doesn't matter, But I tell people, my grandmother fed all of us at that house. My grandmother would get up on Sunday, go to church, and come. We would come from church, and the whole family would eat there. You know what I'm saying? So much things happen that they sacrificed for us, and we have the right to say what we can't do. Did you see in the beginning of the show? And then, I'm sorry. Hey, we like what we're talking about. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the like button so I can get out. I know this is my first show live. A little nervous, you know what I'm saying? Speaking real fast, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I ain't read the comments. I can't read the comments right now. If you come in, thank you. I wish I get better. I got to make the screen better, but we get there. But anyway, grandma house, should we sell it? Before I would tell you no. There's no reason because I've been in real estate. I started in real estate. I worked for builders. I done remodeled homes. I got me and my brother. We own property. We started business. Like the guy said, he say it's so many ways to do real estate. But if you ain't in it, you just thinking that you're gonna make a lot of money. I'm gonna tell you a story. When I first got into real estate, I tell this story. My brother called me. He lived in Seattle, and he bought a property here in Texas, and I live in Texas. And we went in together to help. Well, he bought it, and I went in. I didn't know nothing about it. I used to always say I want to buy some real estate. I remember I bought my first home. And I was so dumb, man. I'm telling you, it was the grace of God and people that I know that when I got the house, I tell us every time, man, I didn't know nothing. But we got the house. At the end of the day, when me and my wife got a house, we were sitting in the front door with the key. And we just couldn't believe that we thought somebody was going to come back and get the key. We couldn't believe it was that easy. It was back in 2008, they were doing crazy things. But we, like I said, we didn't know. We just wanted a house, you know what I'm saying? But we did not know that it was that easy. We thought it couldn't have been. The papers we signed, I'm talking about all the stuff we went through, we thought, and when we got the keys at the end of the process, we were like, man, they're going to come get these keys, But anyway, we moved. I've been living in my house right now. I think it'll be 20 years in December. Be paid off, but the education of understanding ownership took me to say I want to buy another home, So then I got in real estate with my brother, and I'm thinking like you see people on YouTube, oh, I'm gonna make all this money, and you get in the house, and he bought a foreclosure at the time, and you got to fix things. You gotta fix things, and me at the time, I didn't know nothing about fixing nothing. I probably doing the and stuff like that, but I remember the water heater went out, and my brother in Seattle, he sent me a video. And he'll say, hey, man, yeah, this is what you can do to change the water. And I'm like, man, I don't know how to change no water heater. What's wrong with you? Man, we got to pay somebody to come change this water heater. What? Man, I'm talking about, I laugh about it now. Like, I done taught my kids how to change the water heater. But back then, I didn't know nothing. We were trying to do it on a budget. You see that people do it online and stuff. You think you're going to do those things. I had trouble trying to change the faucet. Just didn't know. It was just a lot of things we didn't know. But anyway, you get the house. And you get after everything done, you get the tenant in, and you think you're done. So we making at the time. I think we was making like an extra $200. I'm not even talking about all the work I did, but we was getting extra $200 on the property. And then the AC went out. Then we had some electric problems. Now you're in the hole. You're in the hole. The roof got to be changed. You know what I'm saying? You in the hole, and people don't talk about these things. So now you got to use your own money to put it back up. You got to use your own money to get it. Especially you got a tenant now. You want your tenant to be happy. That means you don't get no phone calls, man. And once you got to get through those things right there. So it takes you some money to put up on when you have a hard asset. You got to put some money up. That's that protection. See, you plan and you can plan all that, but you still got to put a protection around you, a moat of protection around you when things do happen. You invested in the property, but you planned. You had all the plans, but hey, things happen. So when them things start happening, I start seeing like, oh man, what is this? See, I didn't understand what equity was at the time. I just wanted to have a house, man. Say I want to get in real estate, you know. Didn't know anything about equity, you know what I'm saying? So when I started educating myself, you know, my brother had the house. We started renting it, got through that, got a tenant there, got somebody to manage it, and went on. Left it alone. So come up to the next point, I want to get another house. And by this time, I educated myself, and I put myself around people that know about houses. I have to learn some things. You know, I'm in construction. I learned how to fix some things. I'm working in construction. I got people. I got guys that know some things. I taught me how to put in flooring. I learned. I went educated myself, invested in my skills because this is what I want to do. And I remember getting a house, and when I found my brother said I want to go and reinvest it, he told me, hey, I invest with you, but you got to do everything. You got to get the realtor, you got to get the banker, and I had all that because I got the information. I planned it all out. And just like when we planned it, we got the house, we found a good house. I'm trying to get the low, but anyway, we found a house and we started getting the house, and the same thing happened. The AC went out. That was $6,000. Paid the AC to get right. We had some plumbing issues. Had to get that fixed. Got things up, put a tenant in, and some other things happened. Now the difference between this house, we get an extra $500 a month. But again, you heard these things happen. The roof, the trees had to be cut because it was over. The insurance said you got trees over the house, that had to be cut. We're in a hole. We're in a hole. But see, the reason I'm telling you these stories because you got to have a long-term view on things. See, then we had to set up a business. We got a business set up. We took it out of name. Then we had to get insurance to protect ourselves. We had to, all these things we had to plan, but it took money. It took money and it took time. But you will get you'll see people on this internet glorifying, man, get you a house, get the real estate. They don't tell you these other stories and stuff. They don't tell you that you got to go ahead and do some things, know some things. You do got to know some things, know some people. If you ain't got no people, you got to have some money. And I had to do a lot of things. I had to learn real fast, and I had to know people. And I started networking with people. I'm in the business, and I started putting information down. And I wish I could read your comment. Hit the like button, man. You like what I'm saying? We're gonna get to this point. So, to me, the journey is it. The money is well, but the journey of what I learned in that process, the journey of me going through then when Airbnb hit I remember my friend called me and I didn't know what Airbnb was, but the point is I had the asset to do Airbnb. We had 2 houses at the time. But what me and my brother kept doing, we kept putting the money back into the houses. And people were asking me, you know what I'm saying? We got a business, name of the business. So people was asking. So what we did when we started Airbnb, we got the real estate property, and then we got the Airbnb. So the business, the house rented out to the company, all these things. But anyway, get into that another show. But what I'm saying here, it was the journey of learning all these failures. We failing at the money, and then we had to do the remodeling. That took more money. Breaking even. Not breaking even. But they glorified it, but it is the point is after I learned that everything's said and done, I'm gonna get closed out. It was the whole journey of the educate, even me bringing my kids and showing them. I remember we had a fence. We got a fence around our property. Again, we trying to save money. And man, that fence will fall down, we'll repair it. give a call to fence to fair. The other part we done repaired. Pickers come in with my daddy over there with me. We were repairing the fence. I got my nephew over there. We were repairing it. My son, we were repairing the fence. So when we finally started getting ahead and started making money, found the people to do it, we put the fence in. And me and my son, my oldest son, well, not oldest, my second son, Makai, we were walking around the property, looking at the fence. And he said, "Daddy, fence look good." I said, "Yeah, it does." He said, "Man, I remember, boy, Daddy, we had to work on it." I said, "Boy, we did. We had to work on this fence." I said, "But now we done." So while we walking, we see some trash, He said, "Daddy, somebody put their trash all in the yard, all on the side." I said, "Yeah." So we walked around the house and came back to the front. I said, "Go get a trash bag." Mom got a trash bag. We came back. I said, "Who you think that trash belonged to?" She said, "Dad, I don't know who that trash belonged to." I said, "Son, where the trash at?" He says, "In our yard." I said, "It's your trash. This is your property. The trash belongs to you. No matter who put it in there, it's on yours. Pick it up." Just like we had to work on that fence and keep working on it. Some people don't work on that fence. Some people don't put it in. We got to work on the fence till we got the fence. Now, look, we ain't got to worry about that fence. When we first started, we had to Airbnb. We had to clean the houses. We had to do everything. The bedding, put the furniture, paint, decorate. We had to do everything, hand on hand. The fence, anything, we had to do it. Now, and people say, "Well, how the business doing?" I say, "It's running itself." It started as a baby. It started as an ideal. Then it started being a baby. Start growing, start feeding. We got the bottle. We start canning, feeding it out. Now it feeds itself. It sustains itself now. And now that it's making a little money, the equity is growing, and now it's its own person. Its own. We don't even go to the house. We pay people to go there. Somebody need the roof, they go to the roof. Somebody got to clean out, they go get, we send a picture. We got camera. It's all have grown the journey of this. I never told you a number how much money we made. I just told you the journey. So Grandma had a journey. Grandma went to that house and she had to deal with shiesty bankers back then. The information wasn't like it is now. And she had to figure that out, make it through there and get to that house. Now I get to you. And you will throw it away like it ain't nothing. You won't cut the yard. You ain't learned nothing about equity. All you see is money. And don't understand what that journey came from. What the price that they paid for that house. So do you sell Grandma's house? Yeah, you don't know what you're doing, sell it. And somebody like me gonna be sitting back there like this. I sure will buy it from you. Because I understand the journey. It look like that now, but when I get done with it, I'm gonna put some more windows in it. I'm gonna open up a wall. I'm gonna change them flooring. I know the wiring. I know it's gonna cost. I estimated all this because I understand and I know the people gonna come out. And I'm gonna put my money in because I know how valuable. See, our asset is valued in this money because a dollar inflation. Now I understand how money works. I understand how it works now. This is what my channel is about. Let's get some understanding. My people perish for lack of knowledge. I see your comments. I'm gonna read them. Again, I can't read the comments, but I'm gonna have to get a mod, get my daughter in there, and she come in and do it. But that's it. But I heard that, man. Do we sell Grandma's house? I wouldn't sell it. But if you don't know nothing about it, sell it. But at least get the information. See the property, how much it costs. Don't just sell it. Fix it up. Then don't just sell it to anybody. See if one of your family members want it. See if they want. If they ain't gonna pay the money, they're gonna put the sweat and tears in it and stuff. Why don't you try to work together with each other and build it? Everybody put in together something. Try to find at the last sell it if you don't have nothing else but that. But then when you take that money, go invest it in that. Don't waste it. Go trip out, go to the casino, buy nothing, and do invest it in something. I would tell you invest it in your education. So get some skills. But that's it. We're on this planning, protection, and investment. That's what we talked about today. Go check out what a REIT is. Go look it up, man. Look it up. See, there's other ways to invest. That's it. So that's what I want to talk about. Do we sell? My point of view again, I don't sell Grandma's house. No. And then you got to understand, like my house I'm in now, I tell my kids, My house, we get to live in it. You can stay somewhere. I tell myself, man, you can stay somewhere 30 years. I say, look, matter of fact, I took him to his great grandmother, my grandmother's house. I say, man, this house was standing here before me. I said, matter of fact, my grandfather, your great grandfather, the house burned down and they built another house. This is the house they built, and it's still standing. So somebody got to live in that, enjoy, have a family out in the house. Now I go to the next generation, they can live on, enjoy it. Then it can keep going, but you got to put something in it. So like I tell them about this house, they're like, when I leave this house to them, I say, I don't know. I got 5 kids. I got to leave it to the right one. But now we got trust. We got other things, that ways to live. You leave in the trust and leave in control. You know what I'm saying? There's some understanding. My people pass for lack of knowledge. Put some knowledge and understanding and say how you want things done. That's planning. And then that's protection. And that's investing in the future of your kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about those 3 right there, man. So that's it. That's it. But I invest in my house I'm in now. We done painted it. We done did the floor, and I done changed the water. I'm teaching my kids all those things, not just to get something. You got to work. They know how to change water. They know how to change plugs. We about to put some new flooring in. So you want your kids to be involved in something. You want to leave them something. Think about it. Make them work for it. Maybe give them some understanding what it took for you to get this, to have this. Understand really what is real estate. We all hit all over make a lot of money. They ain't always making a lot of money. And it's all kind of different kind of investments, different kind of ways. But I love real estate. I love it. I'm going to stay in it. I want my kids to love it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a way. So thank y'all for listening to me. I'll be coming back. This is my first one. I hope I did well. I got to go back and listen to it. I just love my background, man. My daughter did The Blind Truth. So they got to get your mind right. That's it. Got to get your mind right. That's it. See that? Let me see TikTok. I'm on TikTok too. We got some t-shirts coming too, man. We got some t-shirts. We got some stuff coming, man. We got some stuff coming. We got some things happening, man. I'm on YouTube and I'm on Facebook too. Before I was always on Facebook, doing my thing on Facebook, but now I'm on YouTube. I'm excited. I'm excited working with my daughter. I'm excited working with my kids, you know. I'm excited me and my brother work together. You know, matter of fact, I'm excited all my cousins. We fixing my grandmother's house, you know, so I'm excited to believe, you know what I'm saying? And know when you step out and be intentional, man, you can change everything, man. If you down right now, man, 3 to 5 years, you can change your whole life. I did it. I've been divorced and I lost everything. I told this story before. I lost everything at 32 sleeping on my daddy's sofa. So my parents for lack of knowledge. All you gotta do is seek and you shall find. But to seek something, you gotta question it. So that's it. I'm done. Thank y'all. Please hit the like button, subscribe. I'm gonna be coming now. I'm coming. I'm gonna get better. I'm getting better. Thank y'all, man. I'm on that health tip too, man. I work out. I got a lot of stuff. Again, there are 4 pillars, man. Spiritual, physical, mental, financial. 4 pillars. That's it. Be, do, have. Be fruitful, do, multiply, have dominion. Be better than you was yesterday, so you can do more than you did yesterday, so you can have more. Y'all have a good day, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate you. Now I read your comments. Hit the like button, please, please. Now, let me see, can I get out of here? Let me see, can I end this the right way? Uh-oh. I think I did it. TikTok. Y'all have a good one, man. I thank y'all for listening. This is my first time trying to do something. I appreciate y'all listening. I hope it was good. Hope it worked out good for you. You see that I end this on YouTube. You get to see the back door. Much right. Did I end it? I'm on TikTok. Thank y'all, man, for listening to me. Appreciate y'all. Hit the like. Show your boys some love. Let me see, can I end this? Mama. I don't think I ended it right. Did I end it? Oh, I'm just talking. I didn't end it. Oh, I was just talking. I did it.